what should be a fair expectation for Mississippi State baseball in 2025?
There's two ways to look at that. All right. With the team they have coming back, with the questions they have on the pitching side of things, I just don't know who those guys are. I don't think that they have a lack of talent. I think they have talent, and I certainly trust Justin Parker to put together a top-notch rotation. But, back in postseason play might be the fair answer. The problem is this. It's now been 3 years since you've hosted a regional at Mississippi State. That stadium was built to host regionals. It was not built to sit empty in May and June. So, I mean, the fair expectation for Mississippi State, in my opinion, every season is to be in the hosting discussion, to host regionals, to have a chance to host super regionals. And that's the standard that I'm going to hold Mississippi State baseball to. I think this team, if the pitching works out the way we think it can, they can do that. I think they have the pop in the lineup to be good there, but they've got to figure out the rotation. You got a couple of guys back in Pico Khan and Carson Ligon who will get opportunities. I think Jacob Pruitt's going to get an opportunity, the transfer from Indiana State. I know when I talked to Lamonis back in the fall, he mentioned the freshman Mekhi Grant, who's coming off of Tommy John, so he was out last year. He probably would have been the closer a season ago. And one thing we saw last year with Parker, he was able to turn guys like Tyson Harden and Tyler Davis, who had not contributed at all at Mississippi State prior to that. He turned them into real contributors, and they were two of State's top bullpen arms last season. So there's probably a guy or two on the roster that could fill those roles this year. Maybe a Gavin Black, maybe a Luke Dotson, somebody like that. So they just got to find those guys. This time a season ago, you didn't know who State's rotation was going to be, right? And then you had two top 50 picks in that rotation by the end of the year with Sinjay and Kyle Steven. So, yeah, I don't know that you're going to have that happen again, but I think they have the arm talent to be a good SEC rotation. And I like what they have coming back in the lineup as well.
Sounds fair enough.